Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte is scheduled to visit Turkey soon for a meeting with President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. This visit is crucial as Rutte seeks Turkish support for his candidacy as the next NATO chief. The current head of NATO, Jens Stoltenberg, is nearing the end of his term after serving for a decade, facing challenges notably during the tenure of Donald Trump and amidst strained relations between the United States and NATO members. The selection process for Stoltenberg's successor is underway to ensure it concludes prior to the upcoming European Union and US presidential elections in 2024. While the United States wields considerable influence, other NATO member states also have the potential to influence the outcome. Rutte has been actively canvassing support from fellow NATO nations, with recent endorsement from Sweden adding to his momentum as a candidate. Mark Rutte has garnered significant support from key players such as the US, Sweden, Estonia, the United Kingdom, and Germany, positioning him strongly for the role of NATO's next leader. Competitors for the position include Estonian Prime Minister Kaja Kallas and Latvia's former Prime Minister and current Foreign Minister Krišjānis Kariņš. With his extensive experience leading Dutch coalition governments over the past 13 years, Rutte brings a wealth of diplomatic skills and global connections to the table. He is recognized as a pragmatic leader who values the importance of maintaining strong transatlantic relations. However, Rutte faces challenges in securing Turkish support, as President Erdogan is expected to negotiate Ankara's terms before endorsing Rutte or any other candidate. Erdogan is particularly concerned about ensuring the new Secretary General remains impartial towards NATO's European Union members and doesn't yield to pressure from EU countries like Greece and Cyprus. Additionally, Turkey seeks assurances from Rutte regarding inclusion in NATO-EU partnerships and the avoidance of defense export restrictions among NATO allies. During their meeting, President Erdogan stressed the importance of the new Secretary General prioritizing member states' security interests, particularly in combating terrorism and other emerging challenges. Before the NATO chief case, Turkey successfully traded concessions from NATO member states, including the Netherlands, to approve Sweden and Finland's bid for accession to NATO ranks. As part of the negotiations, the Netherlands withdrew restrictions on sales of arms to Turkey more than 3 years after it had suspended them, following Ankara's military incursion into northern Syria. Even before that, personal relations between Prime Minister Mark Rutte and President Erdogan were strained in 2017, and diplomatic relations between the two states were shortly neglected. Seemingly, Mark Rutte is committed to gaining Turkey's support, as it is one of the most critical NATO member countries defending the organization's eastern flanks. However, even if Rutte receives a green light from Ankara, he is still far from securing the NATO chief position. Hungary, another NATO member country, earlier made it clear that it would not support Rutte's candidacy. Therefore, Rutte's further attempts to replace Stoltenberg may face harsh opposition. Indeed, the next NATO Secretary General will be under tough pressure amid the ongoing war in Ukraine, the changing geopolitical landscape in Eastern Europe, and other threats stemming from the Israel-Hamas war in the Gaza Strip and Israel-Iran tensions. As the next potential chief of NATO, Rutte will be expected to demonstrate a solid commitment to support Ukraine militarily, despite mounting costs and war fatigue and guarding the alliance from a direct confrontation with Russia. In addition to the Ukraine and Iran-Israel problem, the next NATO chief may face additional troubles after the upcoming US elections if Donald Trump secures the second term, as he has fiercely criticized NATO countries for spending too little on defense.